Dear Diary, today I was freaking awesome. Today we are going to talk about journaling. Just a suggestion, just a recommendation, one that I have heard multiple times from multiple sources, all highly successful people, excuse me. That's not going to get edited. Keep a journal. And it sounds simple. So why say it's simple and not believe it? Why not say, hey, that's simple, I can do that? Too easy. Reasons we want to keep a journal are so that we can keep track of our progress, that we can reflect on our own thoughts, because I'm going to say this over and over again, that mindset is huge, whether we're doing real estate, whether we're doing any kind of entrepreneurship, even if you're going to college, even if you just have a job at McDonald's and you want to work up to be a manager, then a corporate worker, and then maybe even your own franchises, mindset's a part of all of that. So first of all, journaling. We're going to look at get your journal on. And the first topic, celebrate progress. Okay? So make sure that every time you make any kind of achievement that you are celebrating. It doesn't have to be something huge. It doesn't have to be a milestone. It could be something very small. Like, hey, I'm going to call that broker today. Or, hey, I'm going to read that book or listen to that podcast. And then when you actually do it, celebrate it. And you celebrate it however you want. You can pop a cork. You can do a backflip. Or you can just take a deep breath, close your eyes, and be grateful with your hands over your heart. Celebrate progress, achievements, accomplishments. And then when you do that, it's going to create a mindset, it's going to build momentum, and you're going to carry that over into the next day and then the next day, okay? So I heard somebody today say they take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. I think I usually hear the expression you take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But it made me think of this because don't even worry about the steps back. Celebrate the steps forward, okay? Who cares about the steps back? Steps forward are what we want to celebrate. You owe that to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for things that you did not accomplish. We're already fantastic at beating ourselves up. All of us are professionals at it if we choose to be, but let's not choose to be. Let's choose to celebrate our accomplishments. Get your journal on. Number 2, lessons learned. So maybe you approached a broker or you approached a house homeowner who's facing foreclosure and you were too aggressive or you were too passive, or when you walked away, you said, man, if I could do that over again, I know I could nail it, because I'd say this, and this. Heard a funny story this weekend about somebody who approached a celebrity that they happened to be enamored by, but they also had some business opportunities for that celebrity. And the fact that they were enamored took front seat to the business possibility. And of course, when he met the celebrity, he walked up and in his joking way, he was like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" He made a funny voice and said that he basically was like, like a little kid meeting a superhero, that type of thing. And he said he walked away, and immediately, or at least days after, at least now, he says, God, if I could do that over again, I'd walk up to him and say, Mr. So-and-so, I have this business opportunity. This is how it relates to you personally and your background. And all I need you to do is to mention it on social media. One post on your Facebook page will help me help thousands of people from your hometown. And when he said that, I was like, oh man, you're right. So that was a lesson learned. And what else did he do? He shared that lesson with the audience that I happen to be a part of. So sharing is caring. I teach that to my kids all the time. Take your lessons learned and pay it forward. What is the point of watching someone else make the same mistakes that you have made? There is no point. So what we're going to do is every time that we journal and we write down our lessons learned, in that same entry, we're going to comment on who are we going to share that with? Who do we know that maybe has helped us with one of their lessons learned, and now you get to repay the favor, or someone else you know that's on a similar journey that's trying to up and come in real estate investment, or maybe this is something that you learned during your workout exercising and you know they're doing a similar workout, and say, hey, you know, I discovered this today about maybe, I don't know, this machine or a flaw in this workout program that we're both using. So rather than let you go through the same thing I went through, I'm going to tell you now, hey, and maybe you can discuss it. And then all of a sudden it becomes a mini mastermind where you're bouncing ideas back and forth. How are we going to fix this? Is it really a mistake? Am I viewing it the wrong way? And then next thing you know, it's turned into something very positive, very useful, that all started with a journal entry. Too easy, right? I'm not making this up. So the next one, we know that sharing is caring, but then we can also do adjust our goals. Now, let me mention here that these are just 3 ideas. Like, this isn't the only thing you can journal about. Obviously, you can hop on Google and say, hey, what are some ideas I can journal about? Hopefully you have a coach or a mentor in whatever area you are dealing with, for example, real estate investment, and you can talk to that person. Say, hey, do you have a journal? What kind of things have you been putting in your journal? And maybe they'll even share some entries from that journal with you so you can get even better idea. But adjusting our goals is something that is important. So readdressing our goals, you might not necessarily always have to change your goals, but some of these lessons learned or the progress that you've made are going to require you to adjust your goals. So if you make a ton of progress, then maybe you even achieved the goal, or you achieved part of the goal, and then you need to adjust that goal. So what part of this goal now am I going to go after? Or lessons learned, say, oh, I need to change this goal a little bit because it wasn't realistic. Now I know that if I do X, Y, and Z, that it'll be a more realistic goal and more attainable goal. History shows that the successful, the wealthy have characteristics, they have habits, they have patterns that they've all used. And this is one of those. So I encourage you to use journaling. If you do start and you like it or you learn something from it, please share with everyone else what you have learned. You can do it in your own inner circle, or you can come here and post it under this video. If you've already been doing journaling for whatever period of time, again, come here after watching this video and please share some suggestions, share some comments, give some more ideas about what you do when you journal, and even give some feedback on the things that I listed. Fine tune them, make them better. I just want to make sure you are aware of all the tools that are available, because your success means a lot to me, believe it or not. I'm very passionate about helping others and helping others reach their potential. That's my thing. Good luck, Godspeed, and by all means, keep crushing it. Dear Diary, today I was freaking awesome. Who says that? Oh, feels good though.